Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I want to wish you all, first of all, a whole bunch of peace and prosperity. And I want to welcome y'all to another episode of the P-Ave Perspective with Mr. O'Neill. As always, man, we are here to talk about stuff that I feel is important, and I think a lot of people that I know feel is important too. And like I said, the goal is always to educate and be educated and build. So, like I said, this, you know what I'm saying, show is meant to discuss the issues that affect us and discuss the solutions. So, this week, we're going to get into it, man. And it's something I've been wanting to get into for a while because for the longest, I've had the question, can we be friends? Can black men and black women be friends? And it's crazy because in my younger years, I never would have even thought twice about asking that question. Because to keep it real, like, I'm one of the men that truly believes, like, we need our women, man. Like, it don't work without our women, man. You know, our women, I feel, are our balance, man. It's just like, you know what I'm saying, being on the seesaw. I believe, like, when you take the right woman and put her on the other side of the seesaw across from the man, no matter what the weight is, they balance out. And that's, you know what I'm saying, was the objective. I believe in God creating man and woman, man, to work together and to build. And most importantly, to be fruitful and multiply. Like, we can't do that without black women. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because, like I said, in my younger years, like, I've always had the utmost respect for women. And like I've said in the past, if you ask me who I would want to be around all the time, it would be women. If you ask me who I would be more comfortable partnering with in business and in stuff like that, it would be women. And I already, you know what I'm saying, discussed those reasons. But more and more, with dealing with women nowadays, And don't get me wrong, like I said, I deal with a lot of women. I'm not basing this off nothing personal. I'm basing this off of the women I deal with and the women I come in contact with. And like I said, through my residential handyman service, through my business, through my coaching, through just being me in regular life. Like I prefer to surround myself with women more so than guys. And it seems like I said, over the past, I don't know exactly when it started switching up, but it's like I started wondering because the internet says we can't be friends. On social media now, black men and black women are pitted against each other. And it's like we battling, and it's crazy because it's like we battling to discredit each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy to me because, like, no matter what, I've had my share of bad experiences with women, but never would I allow a woman or women to make me believe that all women are bad or all women are, negative or all women are like these women or that woman. But, that seems to be the going theme now, especially with women. Like I said, I deal with a lot of women. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the women I see are the ones that have really made up in their mind that they don't need a man. That's what they saying. I don't need a man. I don't, you know what I'm saying? And like, that's cool. I don't knock the people that do, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that because for me as a man, I couldn't say I don't need women. When dealing with all the women I've dealt with in my life, from my mother, my aunts, and all the women that have been influencing in my life, I could never say that I don't need a woman. And I feel like if I did, that would be the most disrespectful thing I could say because without women, number one, I wouldn't be here. And number two, I really wouldn't be the man that I am today without women. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it real. But like I said, today I want to ask that question and I want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So for my people that's tuning in, whether you're tuning in watching it live or whether you're tuning in watching the replay video on YouTube, I really want to know, can men and women, black men and women, be friends? Be friends. And like, I can't lie, that, like I said, it's crazy to even ask that question, but let's get straight to it. Right now, like I said, there's a lot of tension and distrust between black men and black women. And don't get me wrong, I know how we got there. I know why we got there. You know what I'm saying? I know why we got there. I know how we got there. I don't understand it, but like I watched it. You know what I'm saying? I watched it. And it comes from damage. It comes from damage, but we're going to get into that a little more later. But like I said, why is it so hard for us to be friends? Why are so many women against having black men as friends? Just friends. You know what I'm saying? And like, let's keep it real. I know a lot of it has to do with the blurred lines. The blurred lines. I think I talked about this before when I talked about the relationships in the show where I talked about relationships. I said it's a natural progression, you know what I'm saying, for us to try to relate to each other. And I'm not gonna lie. The only woman that I've ever been truly in love with, I fell in love with her because she was my friend first. So I don't understand. I really don't believe that a person could have a lasting, committed relationship unless it's based on the foundation of friendship. But so many women these days feel like they can't be friends with men or they don't want to be friends with men. And these same women say they looking for relationships. Giving you an example. The new saying of, it doesn't take 6 months, it doesn't take this for a man to realize that he wants to be with you or he wants to marry you. It don't take that long. The only way it wouldn't take that long is if y'all skip past the friendship, building a friendship, and jump into marriage. And to, like I would say, for the most part, I can't see that working. I can't see that working. You know what I'm saying? Like, I truly believe that in order for us to build a lasting, any kind of lasting relationship, we have to build that on the foundation of friendship. Because I couldn't be the man you need me to be if I didn't respect you as a friend, if I didn't care about you, and if I didn't want to see you win. Basically being a real friend. And that has nothing to do with sex. That has nothing to do with anything, you know what I'm saying, like that. It's the fact that I want to see you win. I want to see you win regardless. Regardless. But historically, our survival has depended on our unity, man. Our ability to work together, love each other, and stand as a community, as a family. It's always been built on that. And I don't think nothing changed. But now it feels like we approach every relationship with suspicion, distrust, or something like that. Or on the flip side, or the other end of the spectrum, it's pure conflict. Pure conflict. You know what I'm saying? Really, it seems like we either conflicting or we sexing, one or the other. It's like nowadays, it's no in between. And I don't understand that. I really don't. I really don't. And I'm trying to figure it out. Because if we are to win as a people, if we are to win as a community, we have to be able to at least be friendly, at least be able to work together, at least be able to put differences aside and work for the greater good of the whole. And that's all I'm saying. Like, drop in the chat. Like, if you tuning in, drop in the chat, man. Let me know. Why do you think it's so hard for black men and black women to be friends today? Why is it, man? Maybe y'all can help me out. Because I need to understand. But first, let's break it down. Because the one thing I've noticed is when I'm communicating with people, we have to define what we're talking about. Because everybody's definition of different things could be totally different. So, first of all, I want to break down what I feel and what it's widely accepted as what true friendship really is. Because somehow along the way, we twisted the definition, man. We twisted the definition. So I just want to break down for a minute what a true friend is. Number one, a true friend respects you. Number two, a true friend supports your growth. Number three, a true friend holds you accountable without judgment. Without judgment. Meaning, yeah, I'll talk to you and I'll tell you when you're wrong. But I'm not going to go slander your name, or I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying, put you out there bad. But I will tell you when you're wrong. I will tell you when you're messing up. I will try to tell you, hey, you don't need to do that because that might not turn out right. Because I care. Because I'm a friend. None of this has anything to do with sex. Keep that in mind. He respects you. A lot of us don't really know what respect is, but respecting you, respecting your boundaries, respecting your choices, respecting your decisions, respecting the fact that you choose to live your life how you want to live it. And if something, you know what I'm saying, you doing in your life I don't agree with, or I don't like, or it causes me to feel some type of way, then I will remove myself from your life, because I understand that me respecting you means that I have to, know what I'm saying, be okay with you doing you, even when it's not cool to me. That's respect on another level. Respect another human and another human's, you know what I'm saying, right to live their life like they want to live it. But like I said, the main thing about a friend that we really look over is the fact that a friend, a true friend, doesn't want or need anything from you except your well-being. Except your well-being. Anybody that know me that I say I love, whether it's man or woman, I want the best for you. And that's it. You don't owe me shit. You just owe me, you know what I'm saying, to strive to be the best version of yourself that you could be. That's all I expect from my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to watch you be great. I want to witness you be great. And as a friend, I would do anything in my power to help you accomplish that. But it's not about what somebody can get from you, man. Friendship is not about, and that's what we look at now. Like, we've been taught that from early on, both men and women. You know what I'm saying? But what can you do for me? Like we say, what do you bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to have something, you know, tangible. We have to see something tangible, you know what I'm saying, to like put value on it. But no. Value to me as a man, I value the people who truly respect me. I value the people who, you know, support my growth. I value the people who hold me accountable and say, hey man, you know that wasn't right. I value the people who just want to see me win. I value those people as friends. And just like I said, I tell people all the time, I really don't have friends. It's so serious with me, it's either you family or you the mother. Simple as that. You're family or you the mother. And it's like, not saying there's nothing wrong with them, but it's a different level. Family, you know what I'm saying, I hold closely. And like I said, I'm a true friend. But it's all about what they can give in terms of loyalty, honesty, and understanding, man. That is the key thing when it comes to friends. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying friends. I don't mean, you know, oh, that's my brother, as y'all say, or that's my, because think about it, man. Like, let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? It's too many times I've heard women say, yeah, that's my friend, when it was sexual. Or that's my friend when it was a friends with benefits situation. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's not what I mean when I say friendship. I'm talking about basic, foundational friendship. You know what I'm saying? Just what I just talked about. Respects you, supports your growth, holds you accountable without judgment, and wants nothing from you but your well-being. That's what I give. And like, I started extending this to my sisters, those close to me. My homeboys would tell you, I looked at they sisters as my sisters. You know what I'm saying? As friends. Not in no sexual way, because they're my homeboy sisters. But I would have laid my life on the line, protected them, respected them. I support them. I hold them accountable. And I want nothing in this world but the best for them. And it had nothing to do with me personally. It's just that I know you. I'm connected to you. So by law, as a man, I would do what I can to protect you. I would do what I can to help you nurture and grow. And I would do what I can to help you become the best version of yourself and win in life. That's it, man. That's it. And it's like, nowadays, more than ever, I'm being handcuffed in doing that. From women. From women. I've had the women, you know what I'm saying, that I've approached business-wise, because I saw that you had a skill or a talent or a product that I felt like, if I can partner with you to put my marketing and business sense behind you, we could actually make some money together. But more often than not, I'm met with the, well, why do you want to do that? Why do you want to help me if we're not going to be together? If we're not going to be in a relationship? And I'm like, why we just can't be friends? And they told, oh, well, I'm not looking for no friend. Like, okay, so how are you going to get to the relationship stage? You say you want a relationship, but you're not even looking for a friend. And with that mindset, imagine how that's going to play out. Imagine how that's going to play out for a woman that says, I don't want be talking to no man for no friends. And it's mainly because you want the ability to control. And that's not friends. That's what a lot of damaged people do. Like men. Men will say, oh, I want you to be my woman. I want you to be my woman because I don't want you to be with nobody else, or I don't want you to talk to nobody else, or I don't want you to spend time with nobody else. And that's like the wrong reason. That's all wrong. That's all wrong. Because girls have, friends. They have friends that they watch in relationships. They're happy for their friends, and they do all that. But they can't, do that with a man because more times than not, if they're attracted and their feelings involved, it's going to be some type of way. But like, why? Why is that? If two people meet, two people hold a conversation, they click, they hit it off. And just like I said, more times than not, it's because we have something in common. And just like I said, a lot of the women I deal with are not business people. So I'm attracted to women in business. But those same women in business, if they're on point, then hey, come on. I need all the help I can get. But if they're not on point, or if they're dealing with past baggage or something like that, then the red flags go out when I reach out. The red flags go out when I reach out. And those red flags that those women have, that prevents growth and development. Because if red flags, just like we said, we to the point where now it's me, and I thought this was a social media site. And it's like I said, I try to be social. I'm a sociable person. So if I reach out, I'm reaching out to you discussing what I want to discuss. I'm not the type to reach out to you to talk about business when I really want something personal. That's not how I move. That's not how a lot of men move. But the damaged women, or the women, who are not mentally and emotionally stable enough to understand that, it's like when a man approaches them, it's a red flag. Or just like you said, if you're approaching and he's thirsty, oh, you thirsty, this is the third, this is the third, this is the. But what about the men who approach you as friends, as, just simply people? Just simply people. Too often, man, our people have started seeing friendship as transactional, man. What can I gain from this? You know what I'm saying? What can I gain? Or worse, viewing every man or woman as, viewing every man and woman interaction as possible sexual, or possibly leading to some sexual. And I'm not gonna lie, I know that it's guys out here doing that, man. I know it's guys out here doing that, but it's women out here doing a bunch of crazy stuff. So for me to look at those few women and say, okay, because those women are on some different stuff, I can't be friends with women. Like, that's crazy. Or I can't do business with women based on what this woman or that woman or these women did. I'm not understanding. I never will. I never will, because, like I said, man, whether it's the men, like, think about it. The women in my family played a major role in teaching me to deal with women. How not to deal with women, what not to put up with, what to nurture, what is acceptable, what's not acceptable. I learned that from women. So think about it. Most of these women these days who didn't have a father, who didn't have, a brother, or didn't have a positive, male figure in their life. Like, think about them not already having had a man in their life, or men in their life to help them develop on that level, but as adults saying, I'm to the point where I don't need a man in my life. Like, imagine how much that stunts your growth and development, because it was man that was meant to connect. It was man that was meant to love you. It was man that was meant to nurture you. It was man that was meant to show you from a male perspective how things are done, how to be a leader, how to be a father, how to be a boyfriend, how to be a husband, how to be, all of that. All of that, man. And it's like, if you didn't have that in your life as a child, and you decide that you don't want or you don't need that in your life as an adult, imagine how that would stunt your growth and development. Imagine how much knowledge you would miss. Imagine how many opportunities you would miss to grow and develop, man. To grow and develop. Think about that. Think about that as a man. If I, being a coach, being a, general contractor, being, anything, imagine me saying, I don't need women in my life. How would I accomplish my goals? How would I continue to grow to be the best version of myself if I cut out the female who was meant to be compatible with me, and I just deal with dudes? You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Just like I said, as for the women who say that, when a man say I don't need a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather hang with dudes, y'all call him. So it's the same thing. I guess when y'all say y'all don't need a man and y'all gonna be, this is the third, just like we're saying, y'all the fathers on Father's Day. So I don't need a man. I'm just gonna be a man. I'm gonna be the man and a woman. I feel you, but that's not the proper way it's supposed to be, and that's not how it was meant to be for us as a people and for us as individuals. Here's the thing, man. Keep it real. Without friendship as the foundation, romantic relationships fall apart, man. They don't work. They don't work. And like I said, I've been in many relationships. Many relationships. I've even been in many relationships where we were trying to be friends as we were in the relationship. And it doesn't work, man. It doesn't work because being a friend allows you to get to know a person at their core. Think about it. And let's just keep it real. Like, women say, men, when you tell men stuff, they try to take it and use it against you. That's what I heard women say. I've heard men say it too, but I'm discussing the women now. So when a woman says a man, takes what you give him and he uses it against you. Like, everybody in their life at some point in time has had that happen, where they felt like they opened up to somebody, probably multiple people, and those people took that and used that to harm you instead of to help you. That shit hadn't happened to everybody. That shouldn't happen to everybody. But as a man, if I go to a healed woman and say, women did this to me, women did that to me, women did this to me, you know what I'm saying? So now, they would call me damaged. They would call me, mentally and emotionally unstable. They would call me, zesty, everything. Everything. But it's okay for them to do it. It's okay for them to be little men and say they don't need men. And it's okay for them to say, well, I'm the daddy and the mama. You know what I'm saying? And my bad, but we are supposed to accept that. And we are supposed to roll with that like that's just her opinion. No, that's degrading. That's degrading. And I see it all the time. When men post it, y'all hurry up and jump in there and, oh, he's zesty. Oh, he must hate his mom. Oh, he hate this, shit, and third. But that is his opinion based on his dealings with women. So, how are we to say this? How do we not say the same thing about you that you say about him when you have those same issues because of men in your past? It's understand we didn't do it. To the women I've tried to deal with that said, well, I can't do this, I can't do that with a man, this because of it. I didn't do nothing to them. I didn't do nothing to them. But I respect their boundaries. I respect that. So on the same token, those same women can't respect men in those boundaries. It's something wrong with them, but it's nothing wrong with you for feeling the same way about the opposite sex. And I'm not understanding it. I don't even think y'all understand it because it makes no sense. It makes no sense for say, okay, well, I've been hurt in the past, I've been this, so I formed this opinion about men, and that's just what it is. And it's right. Because I've had to deal with this and I've had to, but when the man went through the same thing with a woman, it's like something is wrong with him. Think about that. Because if something is wrong with him, I believe that. I believe something is wrong with him. Any man who said, I don't need women, this and that, they're women and shit, I believe something wrong with him, honestly. And I'm a man. Because I know that couldn't be further from the truth. But I also know something's wrong with the women that say it too. And say it so confidently. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Like the rage of the day is, as women, we're supposed to be able to, because we're women. But men, you should just be able to take that and not say nothing in response because you're a man. That shit is bogus and bullshit. And we know it. And that's why you're still waiting to find somebody who, you know what I'm saying, is compatible with that, because nobody is. Nobody in their right mind. Even damaged people. Like, they can get in and y'all can damage each other, but nobody in their right mind is conditioned to be attracted to that. Nobody. Nobody is a man in their right mind, just like a woman. If men would run around here and say, oh, she better know what it is, like, it don't take her no, you know what I'm saying, 3 months decide she want to give a nigga some cap, or she want to do this and this and the third, this and the third. Y'all would say, how do men get to decide when a woman is ready and when a woman is this and when a woman is that? Because you don't understand women and this and the third, but y'all do the same thing and feel like it's okay. And that's crazy to even think like that. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. That's like a person, you know what I'm saying, dealing in a relationship saying, well, I can do this, I'm grown. But not understanding that the other person is grown too, and they can do the same thing. If it's cool. If it's cool for you to do it and, you know what I'm saying, voice your opinion about your distaste for men, why wouldn't it be okay for men to do it? Why? I'm telling you, man, like, talk to me, man. Talk to me. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what's going on. But, like we said, define it. Just a minute ago, I defined what friendship is. Now let me define what friendship not. You know what I'm saying? For all the people, and this for the people who really not understanding what this friendship is all about. Because just like I said, this friendship is the foundation for anything that y'all do in life. Y'all have to have a basic understanding. I have to have a basic understanding of who you are, what you are, your morals, your dreams, your goals, your values. That's what we talk about as real men when we talk to women. Because as a man, yes, you are valuable. You are valuable in every way, but you might not be as valuable to me as she will. Not saying no, but like the next guy, you might be perfect. But we're not perfect for everybody. We're not valuable to everybody. So as men, we have to take that time to get to know women before we even think about moving on. I have to know what makes you happy. I have to know what makes you sad. I have to know what, because these are the things as friends that we have to know in order to be able to be the best friend possible. But if you telling me I only have a certain time to get to know you before I jump in it, like you trying to bamboozle me. You trying to bamboozle me. Like, think about that when y'all say that. Because like I said, imagine if a man just came and be like, hey, you got 3 months, you know what I'm saying, to marry me, I'm out of here. Like, that's a red flag. That would be a red flag for y'all. Keep it real. But it's not a red flag when you say it. It's not a red flag that you actually believe that. Why? 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 We got to start asking ourselves why and answering those questions. That's the only way we're going to better ourselves, man. But this is what a friend is not. Number one, off the top, friendship is not manipulation, man. Friendship is not control. You know what I'm saying? It's not the person that's trying to control you. It's not the person that's trying to tell you what to do. It's the person that's saying, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think you should do this, but it's your choice. I just want you to be happy. I just want you to be safe. And I'm gonna be okay with whatever choice you make, as long as it's the right choice for you, because I care about you. Number two, it's not convenience or just, calling a person when you need something. That's not. Checking on, hey, you good? You good? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, friendship, and like, it's not sitting back and, oh, don't nobody call me and check on me or this and that, third, that. No, that's not friendship. Because my friends that I care about, I'm going to call them. I'm not, when I realize I ain't heard from them, I'm not thinking about, oh, they ain't calling me. I'm thinking about, let me check on them. That's what a friend is, regardless, because I don't know what they got going on to the point where they haven't hit me. So let me hit them and check on them and make sure it's nothing major as to why I ain't heard from them. You know what I'm saying? Because I care about them, and they will not how it affect me. No, but it's not fake support. It's not hyping you up, but secretly hoping you fail. A lot of y'all do that. So many women do that to me. Me and they in relationships with. And that's crazy. Like you really, he gonna go spend it on some broad, so I don't want him to have it. Oh, I don't want, like, and be in a whole relationship with these people. That's because y'all didn't take the time to be friends first. A lot of us don't even know how to be friends. That's why the relationship will never work. Because if you can't be a friend, you can't relate. That's the first step in fully relating to somebody. It's being a friend, being the guy who gets to know that person and understands that person. And think about it. I've been friends with people that know their situation and know who they are. And just because I know them, I know we couldn't be in a relationship. It wouldn't work. Because I'm this way and they're that way. For real. So jumping over friendship is never good. And we see it now. That's what's causing all this. We went from husbands to baby daddies, and now, just like I said, most, you know what I'm saying, these women these days, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know when I was young, you'd be better off telling the girl, I want you to be my baby mama, I want you to have my baby. Then I want you to have my wife. I want you to be my wife. That's the girl I fell in love with. I fell in love with the girl who, you know what I'm saying, I was trying to shoot my shot, and I was trying to win, and I was trying to hit, and she said, nah, that's not what I'm with. No, I want a husband. Like, I want to be married. And for us to get to that point, I got to get to know you. So she put the brakes on all that shit. And just like I said, as a man, just like I tell my daughters, if you tell the average guy that up front, and that's what I said about average, if you tell the average real man up front, hey, I'm not ready for marriage yet, I'm not ready for this yet, that man, you know what I'm saying, is going to respect that, because that's your boundaries. That's your boundaries. If I want to be that, I will take time to present myself as that and show you that I'm that. But most guys who are not ready for that, real guys, they will tell you, okay, I'm glad you let me know, little mama. That's not what I'm on right now, so I'm not going to waste your time or mine. I'm going to get out the way so you can find the guy you're looking for, because I'm not him. But just like you said, think about it. Even in that, you can't, you know what I'm saying, we can't be real because something wrong with that. Something wrong for us for doing that. Like, come on. Come on, man. We need to be friends. And let me say this, man. It's not about friends with benefits. Think about it. Let's keep it real. If we friends with benefits, and just like I said, I come over and you give me some, and I give you something in return, we know what that is. We ain't even got to discuss that because we're not talking about that today. But if that's what our relationship built on, I'm not knocking it. But don't say it's a friendship. Don't say it's a relationship. Call it what it is. That's where we get it twisted today. That's why a lot of these young girls got it twisted today and feel like, you know what I'm saying, like they mama said, well, if he ain't doing nothing for you, if he can ask you for this, then you can ask him for money. Like, we know what that is. That's not friendship. That's not friendship at all. Think about it. Just like I said, in my past dealings, I'm going to tell you a story. I had a female that I met, you know what I'm saying? Basic, you know what I'm saying? Female, you know what I'm saying? In the hood, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the projects, you know what I'm saying? I meet the girl like, hey, check this out. This is the third. The girl come to me and say, hey, I have a problem, you know what I'm saying, and I'm hoping you can help me. It's the end of the month. I ran out of food, and I don't have anything to make it until the first of the month when I get my food stamps and when I get my check. Think about it. When that girl started talking to me, like I say, my mama told me something a long time ago. Like I tell people, I've said it before. When I had sisters, and I brought a girl home and took that girl to my room, my mama pulled me to the side and say, look, everything that your sisters see you do with another woman, they're going to feel like it's okay for a man to do it to them. And from that day forward, like it's like every time I got in a situation like that, I immediately thought, like when that girl came to me asking me that, I said, if this was your sister coming to another guy, how would you want him to handle it? And I said, you know what? I got you. I'll take you to the store. I'll get you something. You know, don't worry about it. She said, now I'm going to pay you back when I get my stamps. Common sense said, if you ran out this time, if you take me this time and give me something to pay me back, you're going to run out again. So no, that's cool. You don't owe me nothing. She said, well, I tell you what, I see you over all the time. I'm going to cook you dinner one day. I said, bet, that'll work. I'll make you a plate. I said, cool, that'll work, that'll bet. Later on, you know what I'm saying, when we got closer, you know what I'm saying, and friends, no sexual, no nothing. She told me, she said, you know what? Like, I view you totally different because when I asked, anybody else that I've ever asked that I needed it, they wanted to give it to me with strings attached. They felt like if I give her this, I can win. If I give her this, you're like, why were you different? I said, because I got sisters. I got women in my life that I care about, like, and I wouldn't want nobody to do them like that. It's simple as that. It's simple as that. And that's what I'm saying. Treat others as you want to be treated. So if when we approach y'all and y'all got this attitude and y'all got these red flags and y'all got this, when y'all approach us and we act the same way, what do y'all call it? Zesty, feminine energy, like. So how is it cool? Well, I'm a woman. What does that make it cool? Being on some bullshit just because you a woman. No. So like I said, it's not friends with benefits and totally different things. Man, we know what that is. Call it what it is. But the last one, man, friends with benefits, that's where it really went wrong, I think. Because we started blurring the lines. Turning friendships into situationships, friends with benefits, and then wondering why so much drama, man. It's no foundation. It's no foundation, man. It's no foundation. And true friends respect boundaries, man. A true friend doesn't have a hidden agenda. When I get at somebody, you know what I'm saying, reach out to somebody, there's no hidden agenda. This is what I'm interested in. When I say I'm interested in possibly doing business with you, that's what I'm interested in. Now, if you're not interested in doing business with me, say that. I have no problem with that. But to say, why do you want to do, like, I can explain it. But me explaining that to somebody who's not mentally and emotionally stable enough to understand it, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Like, I want to build. Like, think about it. I, you know what I'm saying, wouldn't feel comfortable saying, okay, I'm going to try to mentor this woman's child if me and that woman don't have a certain relationship, a certain understanding. Because for her to allow me to mentor a child, coach a child or whatever, she has to trust me to a certain extent. She has to know me to a certain extent. She has to know what I stand for. She has to know what I represent. She has to know my personal boundaries because these are what will influence her child when her child is dealing with me. These are what will influence her if she's dealing with me. So just like I said, like women nowadays are trying to find every reason why they can't deal with you or, you're not, like, but why? And like, don't get me wrong. If you feel that way, I'm cool on that. I'm cool on that. Like, one thing I've learned, I can't tell somebody that went through what they went through, been through what they went through, saw what they saw, experienced what they experienced, and were taught what they were taught. I can never tell that person that you're wrong. I can never tell that person that you're wrong. I tell my son all the time. It's not that you're wrong, it's that we have different viewpoints. But when those viewpoints make me feel some type of way about people I've never met and I've never had any dealings with, and it hinders me dealing with people and developing friendships and developing relationships, then something is wrong with that. Something is wrong with that. Because think about it. What woman right now that's sane, that's stable, that's mentally and emotionally balanced can say, I don't have male friends? That makes no sense to me. That makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I tell people, when you say, oh, men ain't shit, what about your brothers? What about your dad? What about your uncles? What about you? I couldn't say that. No matter what a woman did to me, no matter how a woman made me feel, and I'm thankful for that. I'm so thankful for that. But what is it? What is it? I can't understand. I really can't. But let me know, fam. Let me know. How many of y'all have had to cut off so-called friends because the energy was off or the energy was toxic? Like, think about that, man. Think about that. Do we really not need friends? We really can't be friends? We really can't be friends. I'm not understanding, man. Let me say this. How do we fix it, man? That's what we need to discuss now. How do we fix it? Because it's clearly something wrong, because we're supposed to be friends. We're supposed to be unified. Think about it. Back in the days when your husband, you know what I'm saying, went out and did battle and got killed in battle, think about it. It was up to the next man, that man's brother, that man's friend, that man's family member or whatever, to step up and make sure that woman was good. That's what men do. That's what men do. Just like I said, I realized a long time ago, I ain't here to just, you know what I'm saying, protect my sisters, protect my mom, protect my aunts, protect the women in my family. Like, at one point in time, I've seen total strangers, women in danger that I would have put my life on the line for. But to know now, you know what I'm saying, that so many women feel like they feel. Like, imagine it. Imagine, you know what I'm saying, me, like I said before, seeing a woman cuss out and disrespect a man, you know what I'm saying, and that man is doing what he's doing, but like, I'm looking at her like, can I really protect that? If I see she has blatantly no respect for me, it's blatant. Like, why would I risk myself, or why would I risk to protect that? Why would I risk, you know what I'm saying, myself protecting a woman who feel like men ain't shit, or I can't even be friends with men? Why? As men, as real men. Because there are some real men out here that want to serve, protect, love, nurture, you know what I'm saying, help you develop all of that with no strings attached. I tell people all the time, we scream, teamwork make the dream work. We can't team up, though. We can't team up. Because we, you know what I'm saying, the women feel like, oh, I don't want my man talking to no other woman. Why? Why? Like, that's what helps him develop. That's what helps. If he's talking and dealing with the right women, they will help make him a better person. They will help make him a better man to you. They will help make him a better man to your kids. They will help make him a better man in general. Really. Now, the quality of the friends that they have, that count. But to say, I don't want him to have no female friends? No, because those are the ones that's going to say, hey, your girl is not, you know what I'm saying, like, doing well right now. Do you notice that? You need to check on her. You need to, you know what I'm saying? They're going to lace you up. That's who laced me up. That's who laced me up. But I also had those damaged women that would, oh, I don't see why you let a woman do you like that. This is the third. You shouldn't be doing women like that. And you, this is the third. And telling women, oh, I don't see why you let them do them like that. You don't need that shit. You don't need that. You don't need the women. I don't know why you cook for him. I ain't gonna be cooking no 5 times a week, 6 times a week for no man. Like, you don't need that. But loving, nurturing, caring people, think about it. Think about it. Think about it, man. We got to do better. We got to do better, man. We got to do better. And like I said, how do we fix this? How do black men and women rebound? Well, rebuild healthy, supportive relationships. How do we do it? How? I'm going to tell you how. This is what I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I can only go with me personally. So, tell me if I'm wrong now. Number 1, it starts with self, man. It starts with self. You can't be a good friend if you're still carrying unhealed trauma. Think about this, man. Like, honestly, I watched the most important person in my life make mistakes. I watched the most important woman in my life, my mother, make mistakes. I've listened to my mother say 1,000 times, she can't stand men. I'm a man, a young man at the time. It would have been so easy for me to allow my mother's outlook on men to make me have a negative outlook on women. But it didn't. But it didn't. And I thank God that I wasn't carrying around no trauma and no baggage. I didn't even let that become trauma and baggage. I was smart enough then to know better. Okay, she's just one woman. Even though that's my mother. All women are not like this because I know other women that are not. I know other women that are not. And that's my mother. So this is what I'm saying. Like, when you see your mother make bad choices and decisions, when you see your mother accept abusive relationships, when you see, it's so easy to say, okay, that's cool. That's how it's supposed to go. If we're damaged. But the same person, no, that ain't right. That ain't right. So it starts with you, man. It starts with, getting yourself balanced, getting yourself in order, getting yourself a strong set of morals and values, getting yourself, some boundaries before you can even start looking for a friendship. And that's like I say, relationships out of the question until you establish some type of friendship. If you want to build a lasting, loving relationship. But number 2, communicate clearly, man. Communicate clearly. Women, if I tell you something, that's what it is. You don't have to read between the lines. I communicate clearly. If you not sure about something, you can ask me. You know what I'm saying? And I will elaborate. I will explain. If you're still feeling like when you deal with people, when people tell you something, you have to read between the lines and see what they're really saying, you're not ready for a real relationship. You're not ready for a real friendship. No. Especially not with that person. But if it's with, like most of these women, men, I don't know, believe, I don't trust, I don't know. Okay, you're not ready. You're not even ready to be a friend. Deal with that first. Or you're going to destroy the friendship and any possibility of a relationship before you even get started. Number 3, set and respect boundaries, man. I'm telling you, when I was younger, most women I had didn't have no boundaries. Most of the women nowadays don't have no boundaries. Just like I said, if a man can tell you, I want you to be my baby mama, I want you to have my baby, before he tell you he wants you to be his wife, and you don't feel like the type of way, those are loose boundaries. Those are loose boundaries. And just like I said, I know about strong boundaries in women because just like I said, the woman I fell in love with came with a strong set of boundaries. And I respected her even more so. I respected her even more so because the one thing I knew is, oh yeah, if she doing it like this, she just not rocking with anybody. She not just, you know what I'm saying, because I already know. I know what these women out here talking about. You damn little mama, I want you to have my baby. That shit cute. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, I do this to you. I do this to you. That's why these boys out here talking about they'll eat booty and everything else before they marry you. They'll eat your booty before they talk about marrying you when y'all entertain that. Cause y'all know what I'm saying, but like, where is that got you? Where has that got you? But stop buying into the toxic narratives, man. Black men and black women can get along. Black men and black women can be friends. Black men and black women can work together and build together on a strictly platonic basis. And black men and black women can be in relationships, healthy, fulfilling relationships, whether it has to be a marriage or whether it just has to be a partnership. We can accomplish that. It's been done before. Do you look at your history? We always talk about history. Look at your history and look at, you know what I'm saying, black people, you know what I'm saying, and recognize they built cities together. They built prosperous towns. They built economies. They built businesses. They built families. And a lot of them have built legacies. But we don't take the time to look at that. We don't take time to look at the past and look at, you know what I'm saying, how they did it in the past so we'll know how to do it in the future. We just feel like we got it. And man, look, just keeping it real. If we can't get back to the point where we can at least be friends, we are doomed as a society. We are doomed. Because if I can't be your friend, why would I protect you? If I can't be your friend, why would I care about your well-being? If I can't be your friend, why would I care about you being successful? It's not that I don't want you to be, but why would I care about it? Why would I, know what I'm saying, expend energy or expend resources or expend anything to help you better yourself? Why? If we can't be friends. Because imagine it, no matter what a guy has or whatever, if a guy feels like women ain't shit and he can't even be friends with women because he don't trust women, like, what could you as a woman do for him? What would you want to do for him? Think about it. If you saw his ass in danger and you could save him, you don't tell me you wouldn't think twice about, oh, this the person that say he don't like women. This the person that say women ain't shit. This the person that, like, yeah, it would affect it. It would affect it. So let me hear from y'all, man. What's one thing you can do to be a better friend to the opposite sex? Drop it in the comments, man. I need to know. I really want to know because this got me stumped. And I'm not, just like I said, I have female friends that I deal with, and it's cool. I have female associates that I do work for, do work with. I have female clients that I coach, all of this. But, like I said, that one thing, they built up a brick wall to the point where if I can't be your friend, what else could I hope to be? If you can't allow me in as a friend, as a potential friend, where can we go? If you're going to find your soulmate, shouldn't he be your friend first? So if you really don't trust and you really don't, or you saying you would never, that's what you're saying. Because if you can't build trust, if you can't break down the trust issues that you have and deal with those personally, how will you ever trust? How will you ever wholeheartedly trust? I don't believe you can. And just to say that, just one more thing right quick. In this past relationship that I've had, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen a woman destroy the relationship because she got in a relationship knowing she didn't trust me. I've seen so many women do that. Because think about it. If you don't trust a man, just like these women are letting me know, you can't put your all into something. And that's where a lot of relationships go bad. That's where a lot of mine have went bad. Because I'm not damaged, I'm whole, and I can put forth 100%, no 50-50. I put 100% into whatever I'm dealing with. And if you got trust issues and you got issues to the point where you're not sure and you're only putting in 50%, how is that going to turn out? But in the end, you'll say, oh, he wasn't ready, he couldn't handle me. Let's be friends, man. Let's be friends. Let's focus on being friends. Let's break it down, like break it all the way down and say, okay, I'm just going to put off everything else and I'm just going to try to establish friendships. Because only once I establish a good friendship can I ever hope to take that further. Hey, man, my hour's up. Like I said, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate the likes, the shares, and all the support I've been getting. But remember, man, friendship is the foundation. If we can't be friends first, how can we expect to build anything solid, whether it's love, commitment, or legacy, man? Like I said, man, it's time to do away with all the bullshit. It really is. Like I said, if tonight's show resonated with you, man, leave me a comment, share the video, show support, man. For those who do support and have been giving me support, I truly appreciate it, man. Like I said, if you want to link, you know what I'm saying, you want to talk to me more about, dealing with the issues that prevent you from having friends, like I always say, hit me up on my website, IamTobyO'Neal.com. Book your consultation. Let's talk about it, man. That's what it begins. And that's why I'm here, man. Again, thank you for tuning in live. If you catching the replay on YouTube later, I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate it, man. And as always, man, stay healthy, stay focused, and stay prosperous, man. It's your man, Mr. O'Neal, man. And I'm tuning out. Until next time.